Hey, this is lesson 3. As I told you before, we'll start working with Photoshop and then we'll finish our drawing with Illustrator. I've decided to work with Photoshop first since it's easier to draw here sketches and then make different drafts. And also because we are working with vectors, so Illustrator isn't the best choice in this case. Well, I've created this file with a specific size that I'm changing now, as you can see. I'll make it wider slightly. Well, actually, the size isn't that relevant in this case, since we'll be using this file only for developing the composition. So again, the size doesn't matter. I'm modifying it to make it bigger and to work with it more comfortably. But the change isn't significant because what interests us the most here is the content of our canvas. I'm going to select this brush, which is the one I frequently use. Select black. Okay. Let's prepare the file for the composition. So, we are going to play around with different ideas taken from the research we did previously in order to get the final result. I'm going to adjust the smoothing and flow parameters. Cool. Perfect. What I'm doing now, guys, is just a warm-up exercise that I usually do before drawing. So I'm drawing here these vertical and horizontal lines. And, well, now I'm ready to start developing the sketch. Okay, let's say this is the canvas. So, inside it, we are going to draw like a draft to see what kind of drawing we can create. In this first place, I wanted to represent the ogres, but I'm not sure if I want them to be in the same canvas or separated, in a way that the two different canvases make up a composition with the two ogres. This way would have more drawing space for each of them, and thus we could focus on the details. I'm going to copy and paste this image and draw the second ogre. As I told you before, I represent one of the ogres with a single horn and the other with two. And let's start writing our to-do list. The first thing we need to do is choose a myth. Then we are going to select the composition we are developing, which is what we just did with the two ogres' heads. So I'm going to try with some more ideas, like here I've put together the two heads. But I'm not happy with the result. So I won't be using it, I think. Regarding the references, there is an element that I do want to be in my drawing, which is flowers. I think flowers are elegant and I would like to include them in my drawing. But instead of a frontal view, I think I'm going to use a third quarters view. And this will help us to add volume to the illustration and get a result, let's say, not that symmetric. the result would be similar to this one I just drew. Okay. I'm going to select these two and move them here. And then I'm going to group this up here as well. Okay, select it. There. And here in this ogre, instead of two, I'm going to draw just one horn. And after adding the flowers, the result would be similar to this. I also want to add some ribbons as well, as we saw in the references. And well, this is what I want to represent, more or less, okay? Well, what are we going to do now? Let's adjust the canvas size. In my case, I'll be working with a square so that I can adapt it to a bigger format later on. But in your case, you can use other formats like A4 to have more freedom when developing the drawing. So I'll begin by drawing the first phase. After that, I will be able to adapt it to wherever I want, although you can create the two phases at the same time if you want to. I'm going to do just one head first, because I think it's easier for me. I'll do it in this way in order to work in an organized way. Start with the composition, and then to the sketch, and then to the drawing, and then to the inking, and so on. And hope you found this lesson useful, and see you in the next one. Bye!